Hello everyone, casual boxing fan here, and I've just got a question. Where does Anthony Joshua go from here? Obviously, the big upset happened last night. Andy Ruiz, the new heavyweight champion of the world. But where does the former champion go from here? There's going to be a long road back, a hard road back, no doubt. But what does he do now? I feel that he was a great champion, but after the fight, he did look a bit fatigued mentally and broken mentally. So where does he go from here? Will he be able to rebuild his brand like Vladimir Klitschko did? Will he be able to elevate himself to a new level? Will this loss make him better? Who knows? An unexpected result, a shocking result, but this is what makes boxing great. The unexpected should always be the expected, they would say. Joshua, man, I feel for the guy, I do. And I feel for the guy because a lot of people are going to be ridiculing him. A lot of people are going to be saying, oh, they were right, you were wrong. Much like Amanda Pacquiao when Marquez knocked him out. A lot of fans who were on the Floyd side will ridicule Pacquiao. A lot of fans on the Deontay Wilder or the Tyson Fury side are going to ridicule Joshua now. I ain't into that stuff, Fighters are warriors, boxers are warriors, man, and we don't step in between them ropes, man. We couldn't do what they did. We don't have that in us, man. And they do something so great. It takes a special sort of person to be able to go in those ropes and fight for a living. To make the sacrifices they make. So I ain't gonna ridicule them, man, I ain't gonna make fun of any fighter that gets knocked out, I ain't gonna go online and be like this, and this guy's the king, that guy's the king, or any of that bullshit like people like to do that. Say, oh, this guy's so great, and look what this guy. I don't do that shit. I don't play the triangle theory. I don't play the fanboy shit. It ain't fucking right as a fan to do that stuff, man. We got a lot of people out here saying, that proves how shit AJ was, discrediting Ruiz. Ruiz won this fight because Ruiz is a fucking monster in that ring, man. Ruiz won this fight because he's a fucking beast. And he fucking came here to win. And he was on it. He was on a mission, and nothing deterred that man. He boxed his socks off, man. He boxed real well. There weren't no luck in it. He showed no fear against the bigger man. He didn't back down on night. And that's what you respect, man. Don't discredit this man for his win. This man didn't win because AJ had anything wrong with this man. Won because he was a better man that night. But I don't like the discrediting AJ thing or the mockery of him. I don't like it, man. It's not something I'm a fan of. Every fan has their right to do it, of course. Of course. Free world, free speech. I firmly believe that. But I respect every man, every opponent. This Joshua loss doesn't affect me as much as it affects the fanboys that Joshua had, because he had a lot of fanboys. It doesn't affect them as much as it affects me, because I was a fan of Joshua, but I'm also a fan of Ruiz. I like Ruiz, man. I liked him a lot, man, and I was happy for him yesterday, man. I can't lie, I was happy for him. To see that man achieve his dream, achieve the Mexican dream. I'm proud of him, man. I'm proud of everything involved in that situation. We witnessed history, man. All these fans, the Wild and the Fury fans that are going on like ridiculing Joshua, just know this, man. Any fighter can get beat. All great fighters get beat. Let's not forget Wilder got hurt by Molina. Fucking Tyson Fury went life or death with John McDermott. Boxing is a funny sport, man, and not everyone's gonna be Floyd Mayweather. Even Floyd Mayweather, God rest him, had fucking close decisions. He had Jose Luis Castillo, Razor Finn. Even Joe Calzaghe against Robin Reed, Razor Finn. In this sport, no one goes undefeated. No man lasts forever. You will lose eventually. And that's the thing, man. So Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fans, they can enjoy ridiculing AJ for the time being, but their time will come as it always does. And that's why it's not good to be a fan of an individual. Be a fan of the sport. If you're a fan of the sport, you never lose. You never lose. If you're a fan of boxing, you never lose. Even if your favourite fighter loses, you don't lose because you're a fan of the sport. And you know that it elevates it. And that's what I'm saying, man. As fans, man, let's not ridicule Joshua, man. He was a great champion. He fought great fighters. And let's show the man the respect he deserves as a true champion. A unified champion, brought 3 belts together. This isn't the end of him, man. At the end of the road, he can come back. Obviously, maybe the pressure got to him. I called this shit completely wrong. I'll be the first one to admit. I didn't think the pressure would get to him. I thought he'll handle it well. I thought he'd stop Ruiz within 8. I got everything wrong. I Honestly, I don't know shit about boxing. I guess if Roger Mayweather was here, that's exactly what he'll tell me. I guess I don't know shit about boxing, man. I guess I really don't, man. Because realistically, man, I just felt it would play out completely different. I really did. Obviously, Ruiz Joshua rematch may happen in London, in the UK. That's what will happen. If it does happen, I think that's in the contract. That's what I've heard, at least. And that's what I like to hear, man. If they get the rematch on, I'd favour Ruiz in a rematch. If I'm being honest, I'd favour Ruiz. I just think Ruiz got something that Joshua don't like. That pressure, that he's not afraid of him. He's not intimidated by him. You know, when Joshua made the mistakes, everything I told Joshua not to do, he did. I just thought Joshua would clean those things up, but he didn't. And Ruiz made him pay. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, if that was Deontay Wilder, then Deontay Wilder knocked that Joshua out. Let me just say one thing. Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz. Tyson Fury ain't Andy Ruiz. Every fighter brings something different to the table. Just because Joshua's been stopped don't mean I don't want to see him against Wilder. I still do. And let's stop all the negativity and all the hate and all this other bullshit. We got the first goddamn Mexican heavyweight champion in the world. One of the biggest upsets. Let's show the goddamn new champion, Andy Ruiz Jr., some goddamn respect. Let's put some respect on that man's name. Ain't about Anthony Joshua today. It's about Andy Ruiz. I'll have a video on him too. There's nothing but love and respect for that man. He did what he had to do. And this is boxing, man. Anyone can win. Anyone can lose. And this is why we love boxing, man. You can love an individual in the sport all you want. But shit, I'll always love this sport. Because you know what, man? It's fucking crazy. And you always get some craziness happening, man. You always do. And it's just... it's the right way for things to go, man. You gotta love boxing, man. But hopefully AJ can bounce back. Hopefully this ain't the end of him. You know, he did look mentally drained, but hopefully he can come back, man. I don't want to see anybody in boxing, you know, fall into depression or fall into anything like that. Because it's a lonely sport, man. It really is, man. As I said before, you're only as good as your last fight, man. People remember what you do now. They don't remember what you did before. You know, and boxing is such a lonely sport because people will turn on you so quick and they jump to a different bandwagon and they just want to tear you down. You know, we see it all the time, man. We really do, man. You see people discrediting legends, people trying to rob legends. You see it all the time, man. This is a lonely sport, man. But I know these true boxing fans that stick by Joshua. I'm still a fan of his. Still got respect for the man. I'm just a big fan of Andy Ruiz right now. I'm high on the guy, man. I love what he did, man. But that's for another video, man. But thank you all for listening, man. This has been the Casual Boxing Fan.